Hello Velourette. Is where this lava used to look like a peaceful soup. Now it is more like it is auditioning for a heavy metal concert.
Yeah, the meteor strike gave it an encore. The lava's just showing off now.
If it starts crowd surfing, I am leaving. Whoa, the workshop is still standing.
Standing is generous, more like leaning in a confident way. It's my magic dance, probably deflected meteors and molten rock.
Or might the meteors saw your dance and decided the workshop had suffered enough.
The meteor strike 66 million years ago taught us a valuable lesson. Dance more, worry less.
And that is why you can do magic by dancing.
Exactly. Also, the workshop learned to duck.
If it had not, we would be machining with a slightly molten lathe right now.
Now, this is going to be quite a short video. It's just to, mill that workpiece into a shorter, into dimension lengthwise. So it will be actually 90 millimeters. And now the first task is to mill the ends level so that I can measure the length what it is at the moment. It is about 2 centimeters too long and I have to shorten it. And shorten it in a way that it will become 90 millimeters long and exactly the length that it should be. So the next step is really to as you can see, shorten, make the ends level. Okay, now that I have the straight ends and I have measured it and I know exactly how much to take away from this thing. I could actually use the slitting saw for this operation, but this is actually not very good idea because it smokes a lot. This is tool steel and it will be horrific. And for this reason I'm using here, I'm using just an ordinary end mill to just turn the excess into chips. And it became a lot of them, as you can see here, and it will, those chips are horrific. They are really sharp, and they are suitably short that they can penetrate your feet under if you step on them, bare feet, especially if they. Sometimes they just get migrated from my workshop into my living quarters there, and my wife is complaining about those because when she steps on one of those, it will penetrate her feet, and after that she's in trouble, and I have to use my it's pincet, it's tweezers to pick them out, and they are really small sometimes, so you barely can see them. So I have to use Google as well this is sort of an intimate operation to pick up the chips out from my wife's feet. Okay, so hopefully this goes over soon. Let's see. Yeah, maybe it's over now, so let's see what's next. Actually, yeah. Okay, now the last real step today will be to mill the slot where the lathe tool will be attached into. It's a very simple thing, just mill it with this end mill, and then I have changed it. It's not the one that I used for, that one is not the one I used for milling the ends. It's a different thing, and and it's actually, it must become 13 millimeters deep and the width of the end mill, after which I will mill the sides so that the final white, which will be what was the final white? I don't remember it. Maybe I don't know. But anyway, it's a lot wider than the end mill white, so I have to mill each side. And if you wonder why I'm using traditional milling and not climbed milling here, it is because my milling machine, that Schauplin, is old, and it has a backslash of 0.4 millimeters. This is absolutely not usable for grind milling. It will, when you are using a very small end mill and very light cuts, you might do that, but otherwise no. So well, let's see what happens here. Okay, now it looks like our slot is now ready, and I will debar it. It has a horrific burr in it, and yeah, and let's see what is next. Okay, well, here I'm now trying to fit the pieces together, and they fit really well. There is no whatsoever, you can feel a slight play in there, but not a lot. I haven't measured it, but it is something really small, something like 0.03 of a millimeter or even less. And of course, when this is in final use, there will be a locking mechanism. It takes away all the play from it. Yeah, this is better than I suspected, and the dovetail succeeded really well. I can tell you it's an ordeal to make such small dovetails, because the measuring accuracy must be extreme in order to get them right. Partly I was very lucky with that one, so it succeeded, but also I was very careful. This concludes our video today, and I hope you enjoyed the music I had played here. Well, let's see what happens in the next video. I believe it's still the same piece, but maybe some threading and drilling holes into it, and that's it. But that will be in the next episode of Pinot Creek Machining, which will be number 6 or 7 of this series. And yeah, so Bye bye.